Hello, can y'all hear me? Yo, the Vampire Stream. Can you guys hear me? Wow. I told you. Oh my gosh. The Vampire Stream. Hold on, yo. I think we got action on the Vampire Stream. Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, put the number 8 in the comment section. I need y'all to type the number 8 if y'all can hear me on the Vampire Stream. Ooh, that was a chore. I forgot. Shout out to these on the Vampire Stream. Animal Crick. Y'all can hear me now. Okay. That was tough. We doing renovations, so I switched some things around. I forgot how I had everything set up. And I guess it disconnected. The Vampire Stream. These are pretty nasty. I got a 7-Eleven brand animal crackers. They don't taste like that pink and white box. This shit kind of suck. This shit kind of nasty. Shout out to E Building. He said I ain't had those in 20 years. That's exactly why I had bought them, because I haven't had them in hell long. So I was like, you know what? Let me try them. And it's tasting pretty disgusting. I think it's that brand though. The Vampire Stream. Yeah, I don't know if they just all taste like that, but I remember these tasting a lot better. This shit tastes like shit. About the 7-Eleven brand. Robert Singleton said, I woke up at the perfect time for the Vampire Stream. Shout out to the East Coast, 4:30. We coast to coast with it. Shout out to, I rep the West, but shout out to the East. Definitely down South. Down South, y'all got something big. Texas, y'all got that big fight. Wilder's next fight, we going to make that a big fight. I fuck with the South. I fuck with everybody. I fuck with the East, too, and the West. And I fuck with the Vampire Stream. Listen, the heavyweight division, can I speak my piece? Heavyweight division is it's like a girlfriend. One side of you love her and adore her, but the other side is fucking pisses you off. That's how I am with the heavyweight division. Now, it's popping. In the heavyweight division right now, there's a lot going on, and I love that aspect because it's been a minute since we got on that, since it's been on that hype. So I'm loving that. The thing I don't like, per usual, in this game of boxing, the fucking politics. I hate it. I hate these politics in the game, bro. Real talk. I'm from the Bay Area, man. We just move different. We chill people. We don't, we like to have fun, network, politic. It's the melting pot out here in California. We don't like the dumb shit. We just want to chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. The politics and politics, we not feeling it. Now, Tyson Fury, I respect him as a fighter and as a man, but his move, it was met with concern. It wasn't just see, typically when something's announced in boxing, like something major, like a major deal, it's just all the way a good thing. Like, let's say Canelo, when he moved to DAZN. See, shout out to Town Business. He from the Bay. He know what it is out here, man. The Bay, we just chill, man. But you will get mobbed on, too. He says Tyson Fury. Hey, I just text you, dog. He said Tyson Fury, to me, is just showing he doesn't want to fight Wilder. See, that's what we talk about. Town just stole my thunder. You know, Bay Area, we thinking alike. It's just showing that he don't want to fight Wilder again for no reason to sign to Top Rank. Yeah, let's talk about it. That's exactly why I'm making this video, because it's like, normally when something happens, like a big announcement, it's usually good news. Like nobody, like when HBO Boxing said they're going out of business, and then Canelo said he's going over to DAZN, nobody was mad, you know? It's like, okay, this is a new venture, get Canelo off pay-per-view, and a lot of the top middleweights are either there right now, like Demetrius, Andre, you know, guys like that, or they're soon to be over there, like Daniel Jacobs, who needed a home too after HBO. So that was a good announcement for the most part, you know. I don't know about DAZN, you know, the long-term success of it, because I do have questions about DAZN, their spending habits and stuff. But, you know, nobody was mad that Canelo got all that money, this crazy deal, and went over to DAZN. But when it comes to Tyson Fury, this shit's different, because you're in the middle of negotiations with another person who's on another platform / network or whatever you want to call it, and you surprised everybody, and it wasn't like necessarily a pleasant surprise. You know, if Tyson Fury, listen, I'm going to let you listen to it, right? I'm going to let you listen to him, and then you tell me if it sounds like Tyson Fury is open to, or if he wants to fight against Deontay Wilder again. I'll reserve my opinion. You know, I'll start talking after. You know, that's how we gonna do this. Listen, this is Tyson Fury. So I'm gonna play this, and you tell me what it sounds like to you.
You know, I've not got to take his legs. Look at them like chicken's legs. When I got up and I was strong as the first round, and I believe it was a divine intervention for a reason. I don't know what that reason is yet. We're going to find out.
Now, I'm hearing it's going to be 3 fights, this brand new deal with ESPN and BT, obviously, in the UK. Have you got a hit list of the 3 people you want? Have you got a hit list? And is
Listen.
Wilder the man that you want to fight in your first fight?
Listen, I'm not bothered who I fight, to be honest. I've got as many fights as I want on the ESPN and BT deal, and whoever they put in front of me, I'm not really bothered. Obviously, I want to fight Wilder and Joshua and whoever else, but whoever they put in front of me, everybody deserves a chance. So whoever it may be, I will fight and defend my lineal championship of the world against them, give them opportunity at glory, and if whoever wins, wins.
I'm not, me personally, hold on, what do y'all think of that? That's what he said. I don't know if you guys could hear his audio a little bit low, but he said, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered whoever they put in front of me. I want to fight Wilder and Joshua, but it doesn't matter. Everybody deserves a chance. You know, whoever they put in front of me, whoever my team puts in front of me, that's who we'll fight. What does that sound like to y'all? What's y'all initial reaction to hearing that? Yeah, see, my voice volume is good because I work on my audio, but that's not my audio, so I can't really help the audio from somebody else. That's why my shit sound good. So he just said, see, exactly. Prophet said a standard industry response. Exactly. That sound like very generic, and that didn't sound the same. That sound, he talking about anybody who they put in front of me. That's like some Pacquiao shit. I want to thank, it's up to my promoter, Bob Adam, Al Heyman. Like, I don't. Like, you were in the middle of negotiations with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, heavyweight champion of the world. New media. We still the gang, right? And now you're talking about whoever they put in front of you. So it sounds like it's understood that to me, this is how I perceive it. This is not like a news report or whatever. But after me, ego, hearing that, and I'm pretty good with people, pretty good. I try to comprehend the best way I know how to, how I've learned, and I'm pretty, pretty much a people person. That doesn't give me any faith that Wilder Fury happens next. I don't give a fuck about September, August, December. We just really entered 2019. So I don't care about way back then. Period. So it sounds like that's not going to be the next fight, to be honest. Based on how he's saying, it sounds like it's pretty well understood, because that was, like my man just said, a pretty generic answer. And he was coming to get all the belts back. Yeah, to me, that's not a good look. I'm going to be real disappointed. Listen, they always, first of all, they always get mad when I talk on my channel, but you know what I'm saying is the fuck true. You know what I'm saying is true, but they get mad when we say it. When I'm the black channels, right? And I bring it up. They say, oh, look at this guy. He's just saying that. He's pulling the race card because we're standing for something. They don't like that. The racists do not like that. We represent everybody. Like Andre Ward said, we represent everybody who is not getting a fair shake. Hayes, hold on. Bob Arum said the 80 to 100 mil shit is not real. I heard that from 78 Sports last night. Well, it might not be. That was just a rumor. He'd have to put up numbers for that to be real, probably. Like maybe if it's successful, like his events. But either way, I don't, who cares about that? Like, we can't spend Tyson Fury's money, but we can, support his career, and we do want to see who he's fighting next. And to me, that don't give me no level of confidence at all from what he just said. And like I said, the racists, they get mad. They patrol the comment section like, oh, look at this guy, and, the pro-black channels and stupid shit. But you know what we saying. Shout out to my guy Hamza, shooter extraordinaire. You know what we saying is true. If Deontay, like, in your heart of all hearts, you tell me right now, if Deontay Wilder had the type of fight that he had with Tyson Fury, close fight, some people said Deontay Wilder was outboxed, never got knocked down. Some people said he was hurt. He didn't really look overly hurt. He looked more fatigued than anything from missing some of his shots. But if Deontay, the black guy, Wilder, if he signed a deal that virtually put distance or made it trickier to negotiate, what would people be saying right now? I want you to be honest with. Don't, you could fake it. You could fake it in front of the cameras. You could fake it like, a lot of people fake. Like they'll act hard online or something, but then you see them and it's not that, or they act like they got money and then them and they don't have money like that. So don't. You can fake it if you want, but you got to sleep with that person. You got to look at that person in the mirror. I'm asking you to be real. What would people say coming off of that type of fight that we had with Wilder Fury? If Deontay Wilder, WBC champion of the world, pulled a move where he went over to DAZN, or he went over to, like, Heyman pay-per-view.net, or, whatever, Heyman Plus, some different network. Shout out to Cinnamon Savage. They would bash him. To be honest, shit is so sad. Exactly. But notice Tyson Fury, see how everybody's all of a sudden optimistic? When you got the complexion for the protection, everybody's out there, oh, we just have to wait and see what Tyson Fury decides. But nothing I've heard about this deal, listen, I'm a straight up and down man. If the fight happens next, that's what I want. So that's great. But based on what I've seen, I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't hold my breath. GT, how you listening to this? Oh, hold on. How are you, GT? How you listening to this? Oh, you in headphones now? What? Tell me what it's like now. We good? No, he was right. There was a whatever mishap. I forgot to trigger something. We cool now, right? Yeah, I fixed it for you. Thank you for. Yeah, if you guys notice something's up with the stream, chopping it, just anything audio, let me know. So we can fix that. But yeah, we should be back. We should be good now. Um. Anyway, what I was saying with this situation, how's the volume for y'all? Because I had to change all the settings. All the settings just got fucked up. Is the volume loud enough though? Is the volume loud or is it too loud? Let me know so we can. Should I turn the volume up? Anybody? Yay, nay? Anybody? Let's vote. Volume up, same, or down? Up, same, or down? Stay the same, raise it, or take it down. Shout out to Hawaii. It's kind of low. Turn it up. All right, vote. I'm a raise it. We gonna be in the middle. Hold on 1 second. See, we just trying to get everything right while because I don't want to get too deep in thought. One second, y'all. Tell me when. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. All right, hold on. Hey, yo. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and we back with some more boxing. We just working. Because I'm not trying to blow people's fucking head off. Hold on. Yeah. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I don't know what y'all hear. If it sounds better, does it sound worse? Is it too? There's several different levels. Oh, shit. We too high? I think I'm peaking. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you option 1 or 2. So we got to talk about Tyson Fury. That's option 1 or option 2. So we got to talk about Tyson Fury. Number 1 or 2? 1 or 2? What y'all like better? Number 1 or 2? Yeah, they said number 2. That's what it is. All right, hold on. All right, I got to get back to this shit. So you can't please everybody. I'm going with the crowd favorite. We talk about that. But the sound this shit crazy. Hold on. Y'all just trying to fuck up shit. They're like, so it's like 2 is too loud. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. There, I took it down. Are we good now? Can I talk? Can I get my grown man on? Hello. Are we good? Is it too low? What? Fuck it. I ain't changing it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. We working. Mess around, make me forget my train of thought. No, I put it on 2, and then someone was like, "This is goddamn loud. This is way too loud. You woke up my nephews," and I'm reading all types of comments. I'm trying to help. Listen, I can't please everyone, so we just gonna get a crack-a-lacking, all day, man. We getting it crack-a-lacking. The Boxingego way. Listen, make sure y'all smash the like button. Y'all gotta start giving it up. That's how these live streams come to you. By smashing the fucking like button. We working. The realest. The realest rap and the realest cat. Let's get it. Now, let's jump back into it. Tyson Fury, the way he's talking, what I've heard so far about the deal, it doesn't give me much confidence. It doesn't give me much confidence that this is really what's going to happen next is Wilder Fury. And it's sad. And once again, people say, oh, the black channels and all this. But what would you guys say about Deontay? Listen, I heard it. I heard everything. They were saying, what were they saying about Deontay Wilder, 2 fights ago? And some of them even saying it now. Bum squad, he sucks, and, this, no resume, and blah, blah, blah. So imagine if he was the one that created an additional obstacle by his decision. Like, no, listen, nobody's mad Tyson Fury is getting money. I want to see the brother succeed and get money. He deserves it. But I also want to see the fucking rematch. Hey, listen, I think it's pretty, if I'm putting it out there, Boxingego style. If Tyson Fury does not fight Deontay the Bronze Bomber in his next fight, then guess what? I don't want to hear shit else about Deontay Wilder. Ain't this and ain't that. You guys follow all these like weak ass channels, or like, it's not even that they follow them. You guys even pay them attention. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of good quality channels that are really talking a message, consistent. And y'all, it's like, I know people that they love what I'm doing, right? But then they still go to these other channels that are like the exact opposite of the message we're saying here, just to hear what they're saying. Like, I get it, but I feel like at some point you got to determine who's making the most sense, what's the most logic, and spread the love to people who you identify with more. Some people go to these other channels like just for like on some clown shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't never tell y'all what to watch and what don't watch. I'm just saying you make the educated decision, because for every like watch time minute that you give to a channel that is on some dumb shit, that could have went to somebody who's really trying to come up in this YouTube game. And I know, because I started, listen, I didn't have no cosign or no famous gym, or nobody put me on. Nobody put a battery in my back. Listen, I don't even like asking people for favors. I've been in the Bay Area this long, and I never like I know people that were in Andre Ward's gym, and I met Andre Ward my own way, just from grinding. I never asked for no favors, because that's just how solid I am. That's who I am as a person. I don't need favors. I'm willing to put the work in. I didn't, I knew people in his gym where I could have went and just like, asked for the buddy pass, like Southwest flight. I don't need that, I develop my own relationships. Now, I'm not saying I don't ever need help. I mean, I'm human, but shit like that, I feel it. Listen, to all my young entrepreneurs or YouTube channels, just do shit the right way. You'll last so much longer. There's a lot of people who clout chase and, do this and that, hate on other channels and shit like that. Ain't it, Chief, because once again, I'm living proof. I started. You ain't never heard me come in the game and dissing Ellie Seckback or some shit, because he was way farther along. He's still farther along than me. You know what I'm saying? And now when I see him at fights, I don't have to, turn the other way or act weird because I made it awkward. You get what I'm saying? because me and Ellie are cool. Ellie's cool. And that's how it is in general. You know, a lot of people, they clout chase and put my name in titles and talk about channels that they allegedly hate. Why are you watching them then? Why are you making response videos to them? Do you? But what we're hearing here from Tyson Fury sounds like a different person. And you know, like, I hate to say this, and I know it doesn't change it, but I would have rather him not even fought Deontay Wilder. If you were gonna use Deontay Wilder, have a good classic fight, and then off his back get a deal, you know, because let's keep it a buck. ESPN could have been. Listen, I know. I don't care what anybody says. I know in my heart that I'm speaking that real and that gospel. Nobody was checking for Tyson Fury in that way. I'm not saying people didn't like him or didn't like the dressing up like Batman, but I'm talking about people would berate Tyson Fury. I never did that, but I'm saying by and large there were a lot of people, Eddie Hearns included, that gave Tyson Fury no shot, say he was boring, this and that. So you had this epic fight. It takes two to tango. Deontay Wilder is the reason, right? He's, aside from what Tyson Fury possesses, Deontay Wilder is the other reason why that fight was what it was, because you need the proper dance partner. They needed each other, right? Had it not been for Wilder's crazy power, then it wouldn't have been, you know, it would have been just another Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora type performance. But Wilder, his persistence and insistence and his level of power, that's what created that 12th round, you know, Undertaker shit. And then off the back of that, and in the middle of negotiation for a rematch to that, he gets thrown a bag. And to me, Tyson Fury seems almost like he's in a different headspace than he was before. Because just what I've read in quotes and stuff, it sounds like he's on some different hype, you know, like that money got good to him or something. Shout out to Real Brother 32. We need the clap emojis immediately. $20 super chat. Shout out to the livest live stream on YouTube with the realest host and reporter. You know, I try. Salute to the shooters, the paid channel members. Oh, yeah. We got members like Costco. Ego Army and the real OGs that's been holding it down and supporting the channel. Fury used Wilder. Yeah, that's the thing. You had this classic, and then now Wilder, he want that comeback and that run back. Now Tyson Fury, he's got involved in a situation where, see, and this is the thing. We need more claps than that. We got enough people where we deserve more claps than that. This man just dropped $20 out of his hard-earned money. Anywho, you use the situation and then, you know, as a springboard, and then now you have the opportunity to rematch him, and then you did a deal, signing a deal that pretty much created distance. And see, to me, if you don't fight Wilder next, another reason that looks bad to Tyson Fury is because ESPN, if you're so confident that you'll beat him in the rematch, then fight him next. And even the ESPN, they would come back around. If you beat him, you know, why wouldn't they come around to offer you money? You know, so he must know that there's a risk into losing, because if he didn't, then why not just, you know, you and Frank Warren fight, rematch him, get it out the way real quick since you're already in mid negotiations, and then later in the year sign to ESPN after you've beaten Deontay Wilder. So to me, you could say what you want, but it seems like a duck move, you know. And I don't want to hear nothing else. Like I said, I respect Tyson Fury. He's a good fighter. You know, I don't want to hear, like, see, this is the dumb shit that they try to do. For me keeping it real on the situation, they'll say, oh, you hate Fury. Oh, you do that. You know, we don't play those games over here in New Media. We don't play those games. That shit don't work, because I have this thing. I'm a popular YouTuber in the boxing niche. I have this thing, and it's a backlog of everything I've done. So anything that anybody says about me can immediately be checked for consistency. So that shit doesn't work. It doesn't work over here because, you know, like Anne Frank, I got a diary. My work is cemented. I already left my mark in this game like Zorro. So you can't say, oh, you hate Tyson Fury, because I have a slew of videos where I gave Fury props and, you know, wished him well and shit like that. So, you know, all I ask, if you don't believe me, go check. You know, it's all backlogged on YouTube. You know, I'm sure you can find it and you will hear what I said. So that shit don't work over here. oh, he's racist. He doesn't like Fury. Okay, whatever. That's why I don't have to even explain it. Check my G files. You can go type in Boxingego. I'm a searchable term on YouTube. I know from my YouTube analytics, right? A popular search term in this niche. And put Tyson Fury's name. You'll pull up every video I did and go through them all and tell me what I said about him. But, I call a spade. And a lot of you motherfuckers is fake as fuck. When Adonis Stevenson was on HBO, and I hate to use him because I know what he's going through right now. Wish him a speedy recovery. When Adonis Stevenson was on the network HBO and Kovalev was on the HBO, and everyone wanted to see that because Kovalev was undefeated. Adonis only had one loss, but he was a champion again, knocked out Chad Dawson. Then he moved to Showtime, with the rest of the Al Heyman fighters. Y'all said it was a duck move. So how does that change? What's the difference what Adonis Stevenson did with Kovalev? And there's more to that Kovalev because Kovalev later on ducked the purse bid, him in main events. So they kind of washed. But people perceived Adonis Stevenson switching networks at that particular time as a duck move. So how is it going to be any different for Tyson Fury? Please let me know that. Bob Arum's talking about the fight. We want him to take a tune-up. Why? And see, that's why I said I don't care what nobody says. This is something you're not going to convince me on. This is not something you're going to convince me on unless you come up with a damn good point, because I've thought of a lot of them. I looked at it from different angles. Listen, the team is saying we got robbed. We really beat him. Why not fight him next? Deontay Wilder said he's free agent. He can go to ESPN. So if you offer him something legit, something real legit for his trouble and leaving networks that, and see, and to me, that's a bit shady. That's a bit shady just based on this. Yes, Wilder might be a free agent, but you got to look at it from a business perspective. Showtime, that's fucked up for them because they put in a lot of money, resources, and energy, Steven Espinoza and the whole gang at Showtime, into promoting Joshua and Wilder and Anthony Joshua. You feel me? They put in a lot of effort and energy. Then AJ bounces, he does Sky Sports deal overseas, and then he's doing his fights on DAZN, it's looking like, for his U.S. broadcaster, right? So Anthony Joshua already pieced out, and then they still have Wilder, and then now you're basically trying to cut out the middleman. That's for my fans of movies, New Jack City, that's some G Money shit. Remember when G Money tried to do a side deal on the bricks with Ice-T, who happened to be a cop, and Nino Brown? Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. That's why Nino had to clap him. That was a G Money backdoor type of deal. Showtime invested all this energy into helping Wilder and Wilder Fury because they're the network that had it. ESPN, they got some momentum, they got buzz and Top Rank, and they had some money to splurge in their budget where they're willing to give Max Kellerman his own show. They're trying to put on big events. So now they bought Tyson Fury, gave him this lump sum to lure him over. But you did it all off the backs of Showtime. Now, that type of stuff happens in business. We know that. Like if you owned a barber shop, there might be a raw barber who uses up all your resources, pays booth rent, and has a chair, and then they might take their talents to South Beach and go to the next barber shop or open up their own barber shop. So it happens, and then people aren't necessarily loyal to situations despite how it happened. But bottom line is, if Wilder Fury doesn't happen next, then it's not going to be a good look. I'm going to be disappointed as a boxing fan, reporter, whatever the fuck you want to call me, period. And it's on Tyson Fury's side, clearly. I don't want to hear anything about Deontay Wilder did this and did that, because like even if Wilder says he's a free agent, you're still putting him in a hard spot to the point where Al Heyman just did a deal with Showtime long term and did a deal with Fox long term. So if they get cut out of the deal totally for a fight that they helped propel to the point where ESPN even seen them to want to sign Tyson Fury, how is that right? So not Wilder himself, but his team might not allow for that. So you're still putting him in a precarious position because now you're trying to get the most anticipated heavyweight fight and most likely cut Showtime out. So, Wilder's team might not allow for that from a business perspective, despite if Wilder is willing to fight on ESPN. So it's still a precarious situation, people. Hey, I'm just going to say, it's looking kind of ugh in the UK right now. Billy Joe Saunders got ordered to fight Demetrius Andrade, the guy he failed a drug test to face. He moves up to fight an unheralded, unknown, whatever dude's name, Yaphet Kotto or whatever dude's name is, right? Tyson Fury just did a deal, which we'll wait and see a couple more weeks when his opponent is announced. But if it's something far lesser than Wilder, namely not Wilder, then that's not going to be a good look. And then same thing with Joshua. Joshua had all of 2018 to fight Wilder, and that's the other part we're going to talk about in this video. The thing that's kind of frustrating, that's just, to me, is not a good look for the UK right now. We'll wait and find out what Tyson Fury does, but Billy Joe Saunders, that's already done. Gerald Miller and AJ is already done. So those are already 2 strikes. Amir Khan could have fought Kell Brook, but he's fighting Terrence Crawford, which, most people think is probably a harder mountain to climb than how Kell Brook looked. Kell Brook, they're talking about him fighting Jesse Vargas or something. So, I got to see something from the UK because the American fighters are, Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, Mexican-American, they taking on tough challenges. Tough, so I'll hold out I'm not going to speculate on what Tyson Fury is going to do, but just know videos is coming. Death Row East is coming, and I want to hear what his answer is. You feel me? I want to see what he decides to do, but I promise you, that's going to be a bad look if you got involved in a deal financially. See, and this is the thing. We got to separate new media and us from these fake-ass boxing fans because, no disrespect, but I don't really care about other people's money, This is not Naughty by Nature. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. I don't care about other people's property. If it ain't in my bank account, I really could care less. Meaning, that's not my focal point. Yes, I want good things to happen to good people. I'm with that. But now that I know you're taking care of, cool. I just want to see, you can provide for your family and stuff like that. But that's not my focal point. I'm a boxing fan. I'm a consumer. I pay to go to these fights out of my own dollar. Shout out to Robert Singleton, $10 super chat. Good luck to Top Rank on the Fury deal because Fury doesn't have a real market in the U.S. Those 325K pay-per-view buys and 10 million illegal streams were off the strength of Wilder. That's a very good point. And see, bro, I'm trying to tell you, I don't have anything against ESPN, but these companies, they need to get, it's like they got people with money investing in these companies, but one of the major things that they could have is somebody who's really knowledgeable of the business. Like if I went to, give me an exotic place to go, that I could travel to. Let's say I went to Peru or something. I would probably want a tour guide or somebody who's going to show me around or drive, you know what I'm saying? Take me somewhere, because I don't know what's in Peru. I don't know what spots to go to, what spots to stay away from, the best views and stuff like that. These companies need that because the companies have money that they want to invest into boxing, but some of the decisions are weird. Like I said this, Terrence Crawford, the Black Channel, he's getting, from what I heard, he's getting $3 million a fight with his Top Rank deal. Then they're saying Tyson Fury is getting 3 to 5 fights. He's gonna get 80 to 110 million or some shit like that. So, first of all, who is Tyson Fury gonna fight on ESPN? To the point where you would justify that, paying that crazy amount, So it's these companies are trying to battle with the other companies and keep doing power move on power. Okay, Al Heyman did this. Bow. Here's our power move. So they're trying to play chess with each other, but it's just anxious. I'm anxious to see how this is all going to pan out because Tyson Fury, like Rob Singleton said, shout out to that. It was a very good super chat. Like he said, I feel like people underestimate the popularity of Wilder Fury despite what the dumbass racists and casual fans say, it wasn't all because of Fury. A lot of it was Wilder. The fight happened in America. Now, if it happened overseas and it was the same thing, then, give a lot of it to. But I went to the fight. I was there for fight week. And there were a lot of American fans and there were a lot of Wilder fans too. Tyson Fury, you let him say it like post-fight. He was like, yeah, I had 10,000 gypsies in here and stuff like that. It was not like I was there. I don't know how you know how many gypsies came out. People just take these things for like a face value. He said we had 10,000. So the attendance was 14.5 or some shit. How 17,000, whatever. How like more than half of them were gypsies. You did a roll call, Boxingego roll call. You know what I'm saying? People just say it. Now, no doubt, I'm sure he has support, but like I said, I was at the fight. I seen Wilder fans. It wasn't just like everyone was rooting for Tyson. I have a video. It's on my channel. I have a video, and this lady was like, yeah, Wilder, knock him out. And she was just a fan screaming. So, don't let people fool you. So ESPN, like, that's cool. You're going to pay him a large salary. That's cool. But who's he going to fight? Because I think most guys, except for Mayweather, Conor McGregor, and Canelo, guys like that, dance partner definitely matters. Like Wilder included. He's building his profile, but he still has to fight the right type of people to call it a pay-per-view, and that's how most people are. You look at Triple G. Triple G's numbers outside of Canelo fight weren't that good. He was in good fights. Like the Jacobs fight, that was a good fight on paper. Some people were looking for the Lemieux fight, did good attendance live, but the numbers weren't great for those pay-per-views. So I think dance partner definitely matters for most guys. So, we'll see. Like ESPN, what are you going to put Tyson Fury versus Kubrat Pulev? So I really hope they get the Wilder fight done. If they don't, I'm going to be disappointed. And in addition, I don't give a fuck who Wilder fights. Wilder and Luis Ortiz now become part of a protected class on this channel. If you don't like it, leave. Great. The reason why they're in a protected class, because things have lined up and happened that has nothing to do with their toughness, has nothing to do with their willingness to make the fight, has nothing to do with their cowardice, has nothing to do these types of things. Wilder wants to smoke. I've talked to him. I see it in his eyes. He's telling you, listen, PBC emailed me 2 days after the fight, a day after the fight, something like that. They said, hey, please join us for a conference call. I called in, I couldn't get my questions answered, but, we still grinding, working it up. And Wilder made it perfectly clear. And I did a live stream during it, so I know some of you guys probably watched it on my channel. And guess what? Deontay Wilder made it abundantly clear he wants to rematch Fury. He said it multiple times. He's like, oh, yeah, there's some people that was saying, I don't think that Wilder would take the fight. I don't know why they think that. I'm ready to run it back. I'm so flood. He literally said those words, and it's on my page. You guys could go look to it. So again, if Tyson Fury created this deal in this situation, that's great. Great for him and Paris, his wife and kids, and great for their generations and stuff. But as boxing fans, that shouldn't be our main concern. Our main concern should be what we're the patrons of. Our patronage going to fights that we want. Now, I'm realistic. I know every fight's not going to be the greatest fight, stuff like that. But Wilder and Fury were in negotiations. And, ESPN Top Rank crept in and pulled him. So if they don't fight him next, then we know what to classify that as, period. And if you have a problem with what I'm saying, you're part of the problem, because you know what the fuck I'm saying is true. And we know 100% that the Reject Society would make thousands of videos like they convenient. So when Barry Hearn's doing videos, making Team Joshua look crazy, Eddie Hearn's contradict, all this stuff happens, no video in sight. But 100% if Deontay Wilder took a lucrative deal that created a gap. And then his side, his people, Bob Arum or his promoter or Shelly Finkel or whoever, were also saying, I want to see Wilder take a tune-up before rematching Tyson Fury. You know what they would say. You know it. Imagine if Andre Ward, coming off of the Kovalev fight, says, you know what? You know, Virgil Hunter start doing interviews saying, oh, yeah, I won Andre, I think. Now, I'm into the big cans. And Andre, he needed him a tune-up. If Virgil Hunter said that, then y'all would be all over Andre Ward's helmet, calling him Andre Coward and, you know, scared of the crushers, son of judges, and all this bullshit. So keep your rules consistent. You know what they would say. If Floyd Mayweather, let's say him and Maidana fought on HBO, because Floyd used to be with HBO. Let's say Floyd and Maidana fought on HBO, and Maidana was an HBO fighter. Maidana gave him a tough-ass first fight. I thought Floyd won, but some people, you know, they probably hated Floyd, so they said Maidana won, and it was a draw. Whatever, cool. If Maidana stayed on HBO, and Floyd was in negotiations with Maidana and Team Robert Garcia, and then all of a sudden you woke up one day and it said Floyd Mayweather, he's signed to Showtime for his next 6 fights. And then the Floyd Mayweather Showtime deal that he did was going to be on a completely different network. Or another example, maybe even a better example, Floyd Mayweather versus Jose Luis Castillo. That fight was actually on HBO. You know, Maidana wasn't. So this is probably more direct. You know, I get straight to the point. Like, we beans and meat, steak and potatoes for life. If Floyd Mayweather, after the first Jose Luis Castillo fight on HBO, and how it was perceived and the mixed feelings that were there on who won and the controversy, whatever, if Floyd, when he eventually joined Showtime and jumped ship, if he did it right then, you just woke up and Floyd was in negotiations for a Castillo 2 rematch. And then Floyd's like, you know what, motherfucker? I'm wearing Gucci and I'm going to Showtime. I still want to fight. I still want to fight Jose Luis Castillo. I still want to fight. What would y'all say if that was your boy Floyd? Like they always say, that's what the racists say. You're a boy. Anybody they think you're rooting for is your boy. Code words. So what would y'all say if Mayweather was in the middle of negotiations for a Castillo much anticipated rematch? The first fight was fun and financially successful, and then Floyd jumped ship and went to Showtime. Please let me know. Just guesstimate. What do you think would happen? Floyd be called. People put things on Floyd that Floyd didn't even do. So you know what they would do in that situation. People said Floyd ducked Mosley, but Mosley got called out by Floyd, and then Mosley, and I love Mosley, interviewed him. Mosley's actually done behind the scenes, done some stuff for my early career. Y'all don't need to know about that, but shout out to Mosley. I love Mosley, right? Shout out to him and his son. Mosley said his tooth was bad and he had a pre-planned vacation with his family, but people still try to use that. People say, oh, why didn't Floyd fight Paul Williams? Why didn't he fight Antonio Margarita? So Margarito, I said Margarita. I need a drink after this. Shout out to Patrick Scott, $10 super chat. Facts. I know what I'm spitting is true, but I appreciate you. You know, people put shit on Floyd that Floyd didn't even do. So you know what they would say if he moved networks in the midst of being in negotiations for a Castillo rematch. Wilder will not win against Fury. Dude got outboxed. Man, everybody just type, shut the fuck up. This is my shit. Everybody just put STFU. FU. Listen. Pensacola, we talk tonight. Everybody put STFU. FU. We not here for that. We don't care what you talking about. STFU. I need to see that in the comments section, yo. I don't care. See, and this is how you know we got them by the jaws of they going we just got them in a car wreck. They're gonna need the jaws of life. They're gonna need the jaws of life to get up out of this. Because these dudes, they're so emotional, you're still going off of who wins the fight. I don't even care. Who cares about fight predictions when it's looking like we might not even get the fight next? They're still talking about fight prediction. We're not talking about fight prediction. Why are we doing predictions? He's like, shut up. Fury will win and outbox him. Yeah, they have to fight for that to happen. You talking about fight predictions. I'm talking about how it doesn't look like we're going to get the fight next. So make that make sense. Shout out to Lala. $5 super chat. The Vampire Stream. Salute Ego. Shout out to Hamza dropping gems in the chat always. Oh, and shut the fuck up. Hey, what did Hamza say? Hamza, copy and paste your comment. My dude Hamza be barring y'all up. We hitting y'all with bar after bar. Okay, surf. Okay, hold on. We got a hot seat. Hold on. Nobody block him. Surf. He said you resort to insults when you have no logical argument to make. Sad. Okay, so how don't I have a logical argument? We'll talk. I got a hot seat for y'all. All right, I won't. No insults. You can't insult me either. Let's have a heart to heart. It's however you want it. We gonna give it to you how you want it. No insults. That's the rules he set forth. Cool. So I'll watch my mouth. No insults. But if you insult me or you stall or you play games, then you're out of there. So let's do it. No insults. First person to insult the other person gets the immediate L. First person that doesn't stick to the subject gets an L. First person that doesn't answer the question and stalls gets an L. Oh, see, bro, I'm in war mode. He said I wasn't talking to you, Ego. I was talking to Manuel. Listen, I'm ready. I thought you were trying to say I wasn't making logical sense. See, we ready. We looking in the comment section. I'm ready. That's how confident we are. We know what we saying. We know what the truth is. Again, if Mayweather was about to fight Castillo and in negotiation the rematch, and then he jumped over to Showtime, you know what they would say. So Tyson Fury, we'll see what he decides to do. I ain't going to say nothing else, until we see what he does. I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum. Good luck, but hopefully it's the right decision for boxing. But based, me being a realist, I'm not no soothsayer, but doing a little forward thinking, it doesn't sound good at all, because Tyson Fury's talking about, I'll fight whoever they put in front of me, which sounds very generic, That sounds very generic, like a generic comment to say, he literally said everybody deserves a chance. Yeah, I don't like that. That's a weird statement to me. Everybody deserves a shot. So you really want to fight somebody in a rematch to a fight. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is why Wilder and Luis Ortiz are in the protected class. Meaning, we know the trolls and old media, what they're going to try to do. Like, let's say Fury ends up fighting Kubrat Pulev with his new ESPN deal, right? And Wilder fights Brazil. They'll try. Listen, this is how good I am at my job right now, because I've already studied their tricks. I know what they're going to do before they do it. So let's say Wilder Fury doesn't happen, right? And Wilder fights Adam Kanowski or Dominic Brazil, which is a likely person for the WBC. Maybe even Dillian White, right? They'll make up some type of excuse and try to make a mockery of Wilder for fighting those, knowing damn well why it happened. Just like they do with Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is fighting today, and people are, why is he fighting this guy? What about this guy? When is he going to step up? Knowing damn well that no one wants smoke with Luis Ortiz, period. So stop playing games. We know the games that y'all try to play. They act like they don't see it. Like, what? Why is Luis Ortiz not fighting better? It's because Joe Joyce's manager is saying that we want to knock the old man out, and Joe Joyce is too deadly for Luis Ortiz, and the fans are getting behind the fight. Like, yo, that's great news. And then Abel Sanchez is like, no, whoa, pump your brakes. We're not fighting Luis Ortiz just yet. We need more fights. Luis Ortiz is protected. He's protected because he's out here doing man's work and trying to fight the best. He fought Wilder, came up short, but challenged the hell out of Wilder. He asked for the Joshua smoke. Joshua chose Gerald Miller. Okay, we get it. Joshua, he thought Wilder and Fury were negotiating. He couldn't do it. Dillian White was allegedly asking for too much money. Why not fight Luis Ortiz? What made you land on Gerald Miller? And let's talk about Joshua. We're going to switch gears. Make sure y'all smash the like button. The Vampire Stream. Shout out to Noya. 504 shit. We them 504 boys. Them hot boys. Listen. Smash the like button. The real is back. Yeah, Abel talking about like he don't want the Luis Ortiz fight. All right. So then, how can I get mad at Luis? Like, listen, as an educated boxing fan, how can I be mad at Luis Ortiz when he's calling for smoke? He said, I'll fight Joe Joyce. I'll fight Dillian White. I'll fight AJ. I'll fight Wilder, which he did. Why would I be mad at Luis Ortiz? But see, this is what old media, you see, y'all should be so happy that new media came about. Because since new media came, that now people can actually have like a voice in the box. Like people, I see a lot more people asking tougher questions, and like even people you don't expect, like Dan Raphael and shit, at challenging things and stuff. That wasn't always the case, but it's forced people to know their role and like kind of play the role and ask the tougher questions, and there's really more knowledge on the, like, I'm not part of LDBC. But there's more knowledge in YouTube in general. See, motherfuckers want to hate, but y'all need to, instead of hating, I know a lot of people that are part of the LDBC. You feel me? And they get hated on. People are hating on them. For what? Like, this shit crazy in this game. Listen, one thing I bet you never really see is motherfuckers hate on you that is doing better than you. Typically you don't see that, because even if they do hate on you, it's not going to be so public with it. You know what I'm saying? They're just like behind the scenes hating on you and stuff like that. You dig? But when people openly, like, constantly, they always be people, ego, talking about this. But half these motherfuckers been blocked from my channel from like for centuries. So it's like, how do you even know what I'm doing? I don't know, man. I'm from the Bay. I never seen grown men act like the ways that I've seen till I got into this boxing shit. Boxing got for such a brutal and like man's man type, gritty, tough sport. It got a lot of like feminine traits, Like Jay said, men shouldn't be jealous. That's a female trait. What's with all this hate? Like, that's why I just stay in my lane. I just do me, talk my talk. Cut the mic off, cut it back on when I want. Just real boss life shit. Shout out to my guy Hamza. He said, check your PayPal. Hold on, let me get my phone. My dude Hamza called. Shout out to my guy Hamza, man. 750 super chat. Appreciate you. Let me read his message. Hamza says, keep doing these streams. Keep up the good work. Oh, look. That's how I know Hamza about to school y'all. I'm going to just read it. Imagine if Floyd or Andre Ward or any black or mixed fighter didn't immediately rematch the hard fights. Somehow these hopes are exempt. Loma or Fury didn't get pressured to immediately rematch. We all see this. That's why new media and even LDBC is here. These boys are getting shitted on. Listen. Like, I feel like I understand Jay-Z. Like, you go back and listen to some of the music. Remember when Jay was like, only tools moving units in Pimp Juice and us. Like, there's only an elite few that are relevant in the boxing game that do, like, I'm talking about like that talk boxing, and just look at it. Remember I used to do that show for my longtime subscribers? Here's what they think about you. here's what they think about you, right? Notice some people do a live stream. They're getting super chats. They're getting positivity and great messages from fans. And then there's other, hating motherfuckers. And they do a live stream for the same length of time, longer, more frequently, or whatever. And you ain't never seen a paper chat. I said a paper chat. A super chat, excuse me. It's late on the vampire stream. That got to tell you something. And this is what I'm saying with, like, when it comes to, like, Coonan and shit like that, these motherfuckers be like Coonan O'Brien and shit. You don't really have a fan base because you're not doing it for the culture. You're doing it for racist people that don't even like you. That's why you don't see the support. You feel me? That's why when you see people and the super chats is crazy and the comments is crazy and, the monthly views is crazy, then that means they on their J.O. The other people who clout chasing and like talking, like that's crazy. Shout out to Hamza. Very good super chat. Very good comment. Lala said facts. Yeah, like I said, bro, old media is getting destroyed. I told y'all, expect me. Expect me like you expect Jesus. I'm coming. Old media, like I used to see, there were so many old media channels. Like they'd be like, oh, fuck this channel, I'm going to this channel, like it was so predictable. You can, no matter what the news was, you could tell what they would be talking about. If Andre Ward's fighting Kovalev, they picking Andre Ward to lose. Floyd's fighting Pacquiao, they picking Floyd to lose. Conveniently, all the minorities, all the black fighters and shit like that. VH1, where are they now? Simply put. And I'm talking about like people who do commentary, because there's different styles of videos. Me, I'm a little bit of everything, my channel. But I came up through the trenches just blessing the mic. It's like I'm like an Eminem type, someone who came up on like the underground cypher battle rap scene, but graduated to, being in a Dre studio and doing like actual records and stuff. But, I know both arenas. But when it comes to this commentary shit, old media getting destroyed, and y'all see it. They're getting clapped up, bro. You like, that's what I'm saying. All that not being real, that doesn't last in the sport of boxing, because at some point people are gonna catch on. But to each his own. Let's talk about Anthony Joshua. Old media, who they are in hospice right now. No, that's true, because at the end of the day, like I'm telling you, there was channels like I used to see on my homepage. I don't even know if they do videos anymore. We don't ever say no names, but I used to see some channel, like I'm talking about like Mayweather Pacquiao. I really don't know if they do videos anymore. I don't know if the channel got, they just terminated it or they don't watch boxing. I don't know. Yeah, the people who saying Mayweather, Maytards, and Pactards, all that weird shit. But anyway, let's talk about Anthony Joshua. Now, my thing is this. I think the Gerald Miller fight could be hard, but it's really a shot in the dark because we haven't seen Gerald Miller at that level of elite level fighter, And then Tyson Fury's coming out saying he dropped him 7 times. I don't know, because I never heard Miller denounce it, but he said like Fury fucks goats or some shit. So I don't know if it's true or not. I never heard him say like, nah, that didn't happen. He full of shit, But if you guys heard him say that, holla at me. You send me a link. Link me up. We all about receipts, just like before. 2018, 17, 2019. It's a continuation of that. So I don't know if that's true or not, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Gym stories and shit from years ago, people get better. But this is the thing that's an issue for Joshua. Check it. The thing that's an issue for Joshua is this. I feel like he says things when it can't happen. If you look, just really listen, analyze what I'm saying. Like Joshua keeps telling you what will happen, but it can't happen now. So it's like, what's the point of even saying it? Like, for example, he said, he just did an interview with the New York Times. I made a video about it. He said Tyson Fury getting wrecked and knocked out and he would outbox Wilder. We don't even know if Wilder Fury is going to happen next, either way, you already have a fight with Gerald Miller. So when can we even see that? We don't know. We don't know Tyson Fury's next fight or Wilder's fight. You know, Anthony Joshua just did another interview, and he said, "Oh, if I can't get Wilder or Fury after Miller, Luis Ortiz. I want Luis Ortiz." But you can't. You could have fought Luis Ortiz now, and you didn't, and you chose Gerald Miller for your America. Arguably, Luis Ortiz has a bigger buzz in America because of the events he's been involved with than Gerald Miller. But you didn't choose him, but now you're talking about how you could choose him in the future. When you fought Klitschko coming off a loss in an 18-month layoff and a horrible loss where he looked like shit to Fury, Luis Ortiz was undefeated. He was your mandatory too. You didn't call him out then, but you call him out now. That doesn't make sense to me. You know, so you might as well just what's done is done. It's like almost like a guilty conscience type thing. You know, when people react or say certain things because they have a guilty conscience, so they actually say too much. Like it's like a person cheating. If a dude's cheating on his girl, right? A dude's cheating on his girl. He might accuse her of cheating. Why? Because he has a guilty conscience and because he himself is cheating. You know, it's like it's a psychological thing. You know, the guy knows he's creeping on his girl and he's going to accuse her of doing the same thing. Even though she's not and there's really no clues, he's going to be mad and insecure because he knows it's available because he's doing it, you know? And I just feel like with Anthony Joshua, it's like it seems like he's saying these things because he knows he has some explaining to do. So it's like a buffer to soothe it over. Like, yeah, I know motherfuckers is mad that I didn't choose Wilder, I didn't choose Fury, I didn't get the fight with Dillian Wright wrapped up, and I'm fighting Gerald Miller, and I didn't choose Luis Ortiz. So let me pacify them by bringing up these people's names. Ego, how would you have handled the water situation? What water situation? What are you talking about? Flint? What water? Like, I don't even know what that is. What's a water situation? You got to elaborate. So that is like I said, it feels like a guilty we know you're fighting Miller. You're fighting Miller, so might as well just promote that now. It's too late. Oh, you're talking about when they sprayed the water? I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but it looked fucked up, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I don't like to. I'm not. Anybody knows me. I'm not a talker, so it don't really make sense for me to talk about what I would do. I like spray some water on me, and then you'll see what I'm gonna do. You know, there's nothing to talk. I don't like me. I no disrespect to your question, but I don't talk about what I'm gonna do. You feel me? Like, if I'm gonna get a new car, I'm just like motherfuckers just gonna see me with it. Like, I'm not gonna talk about it. If I'm covering the fight, you know, I don't have to like have these. That's the problem. A lot of people talk about what they're gonna do. Spray me with water, and we'll see. You know, cause I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do till it happens. So spray me. Get a Super Soaker XP, whatever you gotta do. Spray me. We gonna see. You know. It was disrespectful though, especially if the man had his kid. Like, you a security, like what was that even for? Like what I don't even understand it, bro. Like why did it come and then like the dude's 7 foot walking away and spraying someone? That's just childish, you know. It's just crazy. You gotta be, if you do certain detail, people will test you and people will push you and stuff like that. You gotta be professional. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of that? Like, that's you know, that's a weird move. And then Eddie Hearn tried to act like he didn't know what. Hey, what? Who did it? Like he cared, bro. And see, this is the thing. Like, see, y'all gonna turn it to some other shit. I don't think it's advisable. I don't give a fuck how big you are to come to America and disrespect Americans. Period. I wouldn't do that in the UK. I don't go to UK. Like, you know, I used to live there too, but I'm not gonna go to UK and. You know, I'm not going to go out of my way to disrespect the community. I mean, that wouldn't be advisable. You can't go to Texas and disrespect Texans. You'll get the barbecue beat out your punk ass. You know what I'm saying? You can't come to the Bay Area and disrespect the Bay. You know, I mean, if you do, good luck with that. You know, Vegas, you know, you can't just. It's not acceptable. So I think there was another way to handle whatever happened, but I don't know all the details. Yeah, get that super soaker. See, and then like my thing is this, like I don't give a fuck what the job is. I'm a man before anything, you know. And the thing is, I don't walk around trying to be a tough guy. You know, that's never been my lane. But like, you know, people have to have standards. Be the same person you are on the internet. Be in the chats and Instagrams and Facebook. Be that same person. You know, keep the same energy. That's just what it is. But like, I just feel like it's weird. Like people do like, remember that security at the Wilder Fury fight, the little security that was pushing up on me, and I put out the video. That shit was funny, but I know he wouldn't do that. I know he wouldn't act like that if he wasn't with all his security buddies and shit. But you know, it's like liquid courage. You know, people get alcohol or around groups of people. You know, you're not gonna like go to the hood. See, it's different. You had a press conference with a barrier to prevent it, where they have an X-ray machine and check through your backpacks. Go to Flatbush and do that, you know, where there are no X-ray machines. You feel what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even trying to take it there, but I'm just telling you, go to Queens and do that, you know, where it ain't, where you got to look out your peripherals. It is a different story, you know, in a controlled environment. You know, when people could, like, I know people in New York. You know, when people got that biscuit with no X-ray machines, then do that. Listen, if you do it, then you the man. You super security or Superman or whatever. If you have that energy and the environment ain't controlled, you know, where they screen people's backpacks and stuff, then you really about it. Vic, what up? Yeah, exactly. Chesmeen, perfect example. Same way the dude threw the beer all over Wilder and Iron. We're talking about a legit, trust me, I'm a tall dude. Wilder's legit 6'7", athletic, lean, looks like he can dunk type of athleticism, and with vicious knockout power. The guy that threw the beer, I seen the clips and shit, looked like Colonel Sanders. You will get the Kentucky Fried ass whooping. But that's why people do shit like that from afar, from, you know, the protection of the internet, like, you know, behind a webcam, or, you know, I'm in the bleachers, I'm going to throw my drink because, you know, Wilder can't get to you. You know, the other thing is sometimes people do that because I think after Mike Tyson's career, some guys were like, he got in a fight, like a street fight with some guys. Sometimes people just try to test you. But anyway, back to the Joshua thing. I just really feel like Joshua, he's saying these things at the most inopportune times. You are fighting Miller. Why even I understand if you're on the Breakfast Club and they ask you about Wilder, that makes sense. But sometimes he's bringing up Tyson Fury. He's bringing up Wilder on his own accord. He's bringing up Luis Ortiz. And I just feel like that it's not really an opportune time. You're fighting Miller. That's what it is. But it's like a way of saving face. Like, oh man, I want to fight the Ortiz. And this is the thing. I mean, I'm not Luis Ortiz's manager. But guess what? I heard Gerald Miller, because Gerald Miller's a good businessman. Me and him had conversations in New York, and he was talking about the business back then. You know, I'm talking about like Gerald Washington fights, you know, for a minute. So he's hip. Like, even his sister, I think, is his manager. So he's been around the business. He knows, like, he's trying to get in where he fit in. That's why he did the DAZN deal, but he has his own manager. He's trying to get the most. I think he has like a Lambo and shit. He knows the business. So the trip about it is this. I think Miller's getting cashed out for this fight. From what I heard, he's getting a good paycheck. You have to understand, Luis Ortiz probably would have did it for cheaper. So that's even more inexcusable if you think about it, because you had to pay Miller because he's a good businessman. And he's a talker, and he knows what he brings. Luis Ortiz don't even speak English. So, Miller's going to help carry the promotion, so he can add that to, we know Miller, So we as in boxing fans. So that he's going to have a certain asking price. They could have probably got Luis Ortiz for cheaper because Luis Ortiz doesn't speak too much English, like to the point where he's going to make this thrilling press conference or something like that. So you could have got Luis Ortiz probably for cheaper, and now you want to mention him. Crazy. Smash the like button, people. I heard he's getting cashed out. Salute to him. Salute to all these minorities and young black brothers and people who are educating themselves in the business, because the game ain't set up for us to win. I'm going to tell you that straight up. It's not set up unless you got a good team. That's why you hear Floyd. I don't agree with all the shit Floyd does, but he always preaches the team, having a good team. The game ain't set up for you it's set up for you to fail. It ain't set up for you to succeed. Believe that. So if you want to succeed, then you got to go outside of, I could go so deep. For some people have privilege. Some people have certain privileges where others want to help you. Like they'll willingly tell you how to build your YouTube channel. Like they want to see you succeed. You feel me? But when you're black in America, if you're a minority, black and brown and stuff, they don't necessarily want to give you keys to the game. Like, oh, this is how I do it, and da-da-da-da. Ain't nobody handed me shit in this game. Nobody. If anything, I handed people shit, I got burnt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one to help, like, further people's careers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna hand it to you. Nobody's just like, there's some people that are privileged, but it's not, the game ain't set up for you to succeed. So you have to work harder. You have to work smarter. You have to be more consistent and more diligent. You know what I'm saying? You got to be more right. And I know that's, probably not great English, but it's true. Like, you can't slip up. See, this is why new media is such a fucking problem right now, because we did things our way and they can't stand that. And they know we're relevant. See, the thing is, they want to relegate us to, oh, this guy doesn't know shit. They know I know shit. I told you, I'm a different type of animal because I got to switch. I'm street smart, but I'm also book smart. I've always got good grades. I have a vocabulary. Sometimes I'm laid back and I want to talk like Mike Tyson said, I'm talking to you how I want to talk to you. But I could be professional. I could be eloquent. It's whatever you trying to do, and you got to have that. And like I said, the game ain't set up for you to succeed. It's just like credit cards. They want you to fail. They want you to miss payments. You know why? Because that's how they make money. Late fees and over limit fees. You don't think your bank love when you go overdraft, when you spend more money than you got, when you bounce in checks? Now, they're not going to let you keep doing it to the point where they, it's just looking risky. But if you're paying it, they like that type of shit. Late payments and overdraft fee. Y'all got to smarten up, Nas. I'm telling you, the game ain't set up for us to win. But you can win. You better kick in the door waving the fofo. Don't take no for an answer. I swear to God, man. We bullied our way into this game. We made them respect what we got to say. And they can't stand it. You think they like these motherfuckers like it when I go to a fight and people taking pictures with me like I'm Elvis and shit? You ain't nothing but a... You think they like that? And they think they doing a better job. And they got the complexion for the protection, or they think they're this and that. And they think, hey, how's his video getting so many views? Why do people acknowledge him? Why are they super chatting him, not me? Because I'm not no fucking hater like you. I love Ego's Army. I want to see all of us succeed. You don't see me hate on another person hustle. If you hustling, more power to you. I like that because I feed off of energy. That's what I am. I'm perpetual motion. I feed off of energy. So if you see me going ham, life is going good. If you see me going ham, life might even go bad. But I feed off energy. It could be negative or positive. I'm feeding off it. If it's negative, that means I'm trying to destroy you. You know, if people say I can't do something, then yeah, I'm feasting off of that energy. Because like Frank Sinatra said, the best revenge is massive success. Death Row East, I'm coming, you know. But if things are good, then I'm still focused because I'm able to provide, help my family. Life is good, so I'm trying to maintain it. So it don't matter what energy you give me. I am energy, and I'm coming, and I'm working. I don't hate. If someone's better than me, then you just gonna have to prove it. Prove it. We working. They don't want to see the success, really. That's why motherfuckers clout chase and shit. They don't like seeing that. Especially see you do it your way. They can't stand that. Like, why you guys watch Boxingego? Who says that? I don't tell y'all what to watch. I don't just say somebody's name and say don't go watch their channel. Now I will tell you to, you know, live by principle. If you like a YouTuber, support them. Support them with the like. Support them with the view. Super chat them if you could swing it, you know. But if it's some bullshit, then why are you supporting it, you know? But I don't sit up here and tell you, don't look at this channel. I don't have, you know, channels in my titles and shit. That's not me. That's never been me. That's how you know when we bubbling, man. When you reach that pinnacle. Real brother, they want to hate so bad. The game ain't set up. You guys got to, like, see, my thing for young entrepreneurs, I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm going to be so cutthroat. A lot of y'all is stupid. Not meaning stupid in terms of incapable of learning, but stupid because you have more at your disposal than previous generations, yet you don't use it to your advantage. You don't think outside the box. You don't innovate. You don't do anything. So yeah, to me, that's pretty stupid that somebody would do that. How is Warren Buffett worth $1 billion? He clearly, you know, early in his life, MySpace and Twitter and Twitch and YouTube clearly wasn't out. That's because he gamed himself up. He learned the business, trial and error. You make mistakes as long as it don't, you know, put you in prison 25 to life or some shit that is going to be harder to bounce back from. And then, you know, you make smart decisions and keep it pushing. A lot of people have a lot of, see, that, and that's what I'm talking about with the hate. When people hate, that's lazy energy. You think you're going to hate your way to success? Name a person who's done it like that. Name one person who hated their way to success. Massive success. Everybody knows them, and all they did was hate. You don't really see it. You know why? I'm not saying you can't be successful and, you know, be a hater once you're there, but I'm saying you got there from hating. Who does that? 50 Cent didn't hate his way. He was dropping Get Rich or Die Trying. He didn't hate his way to say. The only person he hated was Ja Rule. You know, How to Rob was a joke song. He didn't hate his way to success. He worked for it. And he got shot up, so he had the backstory. See, a lot of y'all leaving, like Tom Etheridge, y'all naming people, you guys are the types of people that I'm talking about. When someone's trying to give you advice and a message, and y'all just naming people instead of listening to the message. So good luck. I hope you're successful in everything you do. That's the other problem. People don't want to listen. People think like, oh yeah, this guy is doing impersonations. He doesn't have nothing. Man, I've learned from bums. I've had bums, like, you know, homeless people and shit teach me something. Like, oh shit, I didn't even know that. So you can learn from everything. But see, that's the thing. Everybody wants to talk and joke and, you know, go on Instagram and laugh. Like, you go to Instagram, I post something like a meme, everybody laughing, somebody gets slept in a World Star video. Everybody likes it and loves it or whatever. I drop some wisdom, knowledge, something that I'm telling you some ego wisdom because I've been there and I'm trying to, you know, in case someone doesn't have to make the same mistake I made, you know. And you see people don't gravitate to that as much. Some people do. So, you know, you got to just choose what type of person you want to be. I know who I am as a person. I know where I'm at, you know. So, God willing, we just going to keep grinding. 50 hated Fat Joe. Once again, in you guys' desperate attempt to be right, you're not proving me right. You're saying 50 hated Fat Joe. That beef didn't even happen until 50 was already on. He had already dropped The Massacre, Power of a Dollar, and Get Rich or Die Trying. So how did he hate on Fat Joe to come up? See, once again, you guys don't listen. You don't listen. You're so quick to respond. You don't listen to the message. I said who hated to get to where they were. I'm not saying you can never hate or become a hater. I never said that. I said who hated. You talking about a Fat Joe beef. He had already dropped Power of a Dollar, mixtapes, Get Rich or Die Trying, and The Massacre, and probably some more shit before the Fat Joe beef even came out. Yeah, actually the Fat Joe beef came out on The Massacre, on that Piggy Bank song. Clickety clank, the money goes into my biggie. So, what are you talking about? Power of a Dollar, Get Rich or Die Trying, and The Massacre. That was his official sophomore album, but he already had albums and mixtapes. So anyway, y'all can do whatever y'all want. Sometimes it benefits you to listen. See, sometimes for me, sometimes I'm the participant, sometimes I'm the observer. Sometimes I'm like being around like Andre Ward, like when I was in his gym, I talk less. I'm trying to soak up when I'm around certain people. I need to soak up the energy. I want to see how people move, how they work, and how they grind. And then you ever be in a situation, someone's like teaching, and you got someone else who just talk. All right, we'll see who gets the farthest. I talk a lot. My big mouth, I can't help it. I got a big mouth. I speak from the heart. I'm real, but I also know when to shut my mouth and to listen and observe and soak up game. Let's get it. Oh, you're in London? Shout out to you. So I have mixed feelings about the heavyweight division, you know. Tyson Fury's deal looked like the Wilder Fury fight, you know, is in peril. There's a chance that it doesn't happen. AJ keeps calling out people that we know he can't fight next. You know, what? Michael Forrester, once again, you're making it worse for yourself. You're trying to justify. He said, I wasn't saying he hated on Fat Joe to come up. Well, then what was the point of your question or your comment? When I specifically said, name somebody who hated to come up and got to everything that they got because of hate, and then you said that about Fat Joe. So either way, it didn't make sense to what was going on. So anyway, back to this vampire stream shit. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I really don't think it benefits Joshua to keep mentioning people he can't fight next. That really makes no sense. And like I said, it's like it's kind of like damage control. That's what it feels like. You know, it's like damage control. Like you feel guilty, and you know what the feedback is, so you're like almost justifying it or trying to give fans something to preview next. So I don't know what's up with Triple G. I don't know. I think he's supposed to make his decision soon. But like I said, mark my words, if Wilder doesn't get the Fury fight, and see, like I said, you got to listen to it. Wilder says he's a free agent. Maybe there's a chance the fight happens next. But it doesn't seem like it's in the cards based on what I've heard Bob Arum say. He says he wants Fury to take a tune-up. Ben Davison, back in the day, you know, said he wants Fury to take a tune-up. Listen to what they say. This is what I'm saying. The system is not set up to win. How can Wilder win? They say he's sloppy. They say he can't fight. They say he's uncoordinated. They say he has wild punches. They say he's windmill Wilder. But why is it so hard for him to perpetually and continually get these fights? See, this is the classic case of you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Wilder's so horrendous, let them tell it, but people have failed drug tests, PED tests, when it came to facing him, to the point where the fights got canceled. Like, you guys give credit to Joshua, including Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's like, oh yeah, look at in 20-something fights, AJ fought Povetkin and da-da-da-da. But guess what? He fought Parker. Wilder called out Parker. You never seen his team rush to get that done. I never seen Parker's people rush, and I have the call-outs. I have videos on it, right? This is who you give Joshua credit for fighting. You know, Charles Martin, does anyone think that Charles Martin would have beat Wilder at that point when Joshua fought him? You know? They're like Povetkin. Oh, Joshua beat Povetkin. Well, guess what? Wilder was supposed to fight him first, and he failed a drug test. That's his fault. Hey, Hamza, chill on the. I need some work. Chill on the quick capping of the people. I'm trying to. Let's see. I want to do a hot seat. It don't work like that, James. See, and this is the thing. People don't understand the business. Dominique Brazil, to my knowledge, is the official mandatory for Deontay Wilder. You could say fans might like the white fight better, but that's not how it works. Wilder would likely have to fight his mandatory. See, the WBC ordered Dominique Brazil to fight Dillian White in an eliminator. But if Fury fight doesn't happen, then that frees up Wilder to the point where he could probably, is just like Triple G versus Canelo. Once Canelo failed his drug test for clenbuterol, then that freed up Triple G. So they said, okay, you want to keep fighting on the date, fight your mandatory Derevyanchenko. Same situation. So Dominique Brazil is rated higher than Dillian White. They're both rated number 1 or whatever, but the official mandatory, last time I checked with the WBC, was Dominique Brazil. So they were making an exception for Fury. Now, if that doesn't happen, that's going to look bad on Fury, and likely Wilder would have to fight Brazil. Wilder hasn't defended his WBC title since November. The reason I know is because I was at the fight. Bermane Stiverne was his last title defense. The Fury fight, the WBC just stepped out of the way. Even though Fury wasn't a mandatory, he was just coming back from a 3-year layoff with 2 light tune-ups. But they stepped out of the way because it was right for boxing, and they were willing to step out of the way again for a second fight with Tyson Fury. But now we don't know if it's going to happen because Tyson Fury took this big money deal that could have complicated things. Yeah, I seen Tank hitting hard. That's what's up. He got power. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I've been on for like 2 hours. The vampire stream. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier, but yeah, man, we just doing some renovating. We're gonna talk about this more. I'll probably do a stream. We got a couple fights on today. Stay tuned. Keep it locked on the channel. We working.